you serious? Are you serious? A British title fight?
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. We are down to our 3 contests on the evening. All 3 are title fights. Make some noise. First up, this contest is fought over 3 4-minute rounds for the vacant bantamweight British Battle Arena title. Introducing first the fighter into the red corner, Camillo Petkoff.
Camillo Petkoff from London Fight Factory. We had a London Fight Factory female fighter earlier who missed out on a split decision, but now we've got Camillo coming in, and London Fight Factory, I mean, what a gym. They make absolute monsters in that gym. It's one of the top gyms in London, an amazing facility, so stacked timetable. I know they got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts there coaching, they got high-level pros there coaching, so we would expect Camillo to come into this title fight so well prepared.
It's like trickle-down economics, isn't it? When you have people that have been at the echelon, the top tier, both of Jiu-Jitsu, submission grappling, and MMA, it's just going to end up seeping down to even your lowest level fighters. Guys and girls that walk through that door are going to get world-class instruction, and it can be the difference in a fight like this today, especially when it's all to play for. The British Championship, the British title of Battle Arena is up in just a few moments. Camillo Petkoff from London Fight Factory making his way to the cage right now, getting his final instructions from his corner.
Camillo looks very relaxed, very, very focused. I think he's raring to go for this fight. And remember, this is a Battle Arena British title fight, and we are live on Go Fight Live, GFL.tv. So whenever there's a Battle Arena event, get on GFL.tv, and it means you get to watch the show and you get to hear our commentary. You can have a Battle Arena party. You could all get together, share the cost, have a few jollies. Listen to me.
Make sure to bet on the fights too, because it makes it a lot interesting. Just do pound bets, you know. Bet on your favorite fighter.
You could do a me and Steve drinking game. There must be something. Every time you say something stupid, you take a shot. You could be wasted.
Yep. Every time somebody lands a straight right hand, you should take a shot. Every time somebody has a submission attempt, you should take a shot.
That's an aggressive drinking game.
You're right. What's something that we don't see very often? You should neck your drink if somebody takes somebody down. People would be wasted. So actually, I think for the next Battle Arena commentary that we have to do, especially the international one, we should follow that drinking game.
I'm well up for it.
If you folks out there want to see me and Chris involve ourselves in a drinking game during a Battle Arena commentary, you make sure to get on the hashtag MMA Battle Arena 39.
This is
we'll do it.
Gaz Holmes from 360 MMA. So 360's had a mixed bag tonight. They had a couple of wins now and a few losses, and
they've really turned the tide, haven't they?
They have turned the tide. Obviously, maybe the undercarders, they're less experienced fighters, and now we're getting to the title fights. Now we're getting to the big boys from the gym. We're getting to the guys who throw everyone else around, and that's probably Gaz Holmes.
Yep, David Moore earlier on with that submission of Paul Tapper, making him tap out with that rear naked choke. Gaz Holmes, we'll see, he's probably an all-around fighter, and he's definitely competing for this British bantamweight title. He looks composed, he looks ready to go. He's a lot more stoic than Camillo Petkoff was. He's probably feeling the pressure right now, but I would be too.
And this British title fight is brought to you by VikingWarriorNutrition.co.uk. So get on there if you want to be a Viking. If you want a hat with horns on it, get VikingWarriorNutrition.co.uk. They also, it says nutrition, but they sell spats, shorts, rash guards, everything you could want for your training. They sell really good gloves. You see the gloves the guys are wearing in the cage right now, those blue gloves that are on Gaz Holmes' hands. They are Viking Warrior Nutrition gloves.
Excellent to fight in, excellent to train in.
Or piano.
Bantamweight Battle Arena title. Introducing first the fighter from the red corner, weighing 61 kilograms, fighting out of London Fight Factory, Camillo Petkoff.
London Fight Factory has brought up its fans tonight.
Weighing 60.6 kilograms, fighting out of 360 MMA.
Gaz Holmes is definitely winning the tattoo competition right now.
So if you want post-Battle Arena analysis, get to Slapping the Giraffe podcast. So just search for it on iTunes, it'll come up. Or go to slappingthegiraffe.com, check out the podcast, and you'll be hearing about what the fight of the night is, and fighter of the night.
Into the cave. He's burning 2 holes in Camillo Petkoff's chest. And he comes out and looks for a leg kick right off the bat, inside leg kick. Both fighters in the orthodox stance.
Camillo's definitely a little bit heavier on his feet. Gaz is looking a bit lighter.
He's able to hit those angles. He's mixing strikes up well as Gaz Holmes.
Camillo, great
big double.
Huge.
That's exactly what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. You want to spin the legs and use your momentum to take their hips over their head. What an excellent takedown that was from Camillo Petkoff as he looks to get knee on belly and possibly pass into mount here.
Not just an excellent takedown, but the timing. Just timed it beautifully, ducked under Gaz's strike. But what can Camillo do from here? We know that he trains with some high-level grapplers at the London Fight Factory, so we would expect him to have a good level of groundwork.
Camillo's corner is calling for power shots. I don't necessarily know if that's the wisest thing right now, with Gaz Holmes looking to maybe threaten for an armbar escape there from side control. He's trying to push and regain his own guard back, but he's threatening to see with that leg over the head for that armbar.
Gaz is doing a good job of sliding that left knee through, recovering guard, just as he's done right there. That's really well done by Gaz to recover guard.
And we're in an A-class bout, so of course the head strikes on the ground, which can be detrimental to somebody with a good submission game, and actually can work out because somebody trying to punch you in the head, when you move just a little bit or slip, you can establish an armbar or a triangle attack.
It's interesting here from this position of being in someone's guard. You see some guys, like my style, I really try and posture up so I can get some power shots, but Camillo's quite happy to keep his forehead in Gaz's chin and just drive in some little ground and pound shots and just wear him down.
Gaz a little bit frantic with his hips right now, but he's looking to get an angle and possibly establish some sort of submission as he peppers him with a few shots from the bottom, does Gaz Holmes. Camillo Petkoff's having none of it. He's just using his head to grind into the chin of Gaz Holmes. Gaz Holmes looking to walk that.
Gaz is very active from the bottom. He's really trying to improve position. Maybe we could see him wall walk, open that guard, try and get to his feet, but Camillo is really good job of controlling the top position and grinding his forehead into Gaz's chin and making it uncomfortable. And this can be really tiring for Gaz. He's holding Camillo's weight a little bit there. He can't get comfortable. His chin's constantly being driven into, and I want to see them back on the feet so I can see another Camillo takedown.
I really do, don't I? Yeah, this is good cage craft. This is good cage control. It's scoring points for Camillo Petkoff. It is. And he's doing just enough to prevent it from being stood up. So Gaz Holmes is really the one on the defensive here. Unfortunately, he can't seem to get anything really working off of his back at the moment. And the longer it goes on, the slipperier they get, and the less chance you'll have for a really good, solid submission.
Gaz right in front of his corner there, getting some advice. And he needs to get his head off that cage panel. He needs to make a little bit of an angle, get his head away from the wall so that he can start using his hips. Or if he's being piled into the cage, use it to wall walk, get back to his feet. Sometimes guys can be a little bit apprehensive to open their guard in this position. But he's doing a really good job of keeping Camillo's posture under control. It's going to be hard to set up submissions when you're so close to the fence and you can't get that angle. But this is a British title fight. There is a lot on the line right now.
Yeah, and sometimes that pressure can make a fighter perform a little bit more cautiously, which is what we're kind of seeing here from Camillo Petkoff. He's gotten a strong position and he's not willing to let it go. He's not even looking to pass or, like you said earlier, posture up and try to land some heavy bombs. Bit of a stifling pace there. Camillo Petkoff definitely taking that round.
It's one of the frustrations that people have with wrestlers is that they have this spectacular takedown and then it's just hold you down. And Dana White, the UFC, they sometimes don't sign high-level fighters just because that's their game. And we saw that from Camillo. We had a few seconds of excitement, that huge takedown, and then the rest of the round was fairly mundane with just him happy just to grind him out. And I would have liked to see Camillo trying to work to open his guard and pass, improve position. But then again, Gaz is on the bottom. It's his job. It's his job to escape. It's his job to do stuff.
Yeah, every wrestler needs a really good passing game. A guard passing game that they can use.
And Camillo's coach is teaching him quite an in-depth lesson in between rounds. Maybe it's a little bit too much information.
A little bit of overload there. All right, after a little bit of spillage is wiped up, we're starting again. Camillo Petkoff, Gaz Holmes looking to re-establish some momentum in his own corner here. Will it be the Blues? Will it be the Reds? Let's see. Gaz Holmes, pumping out that jab, looking for the kicks, looking for the overhand right. He's got him with the feints. Camillo Petkoff is again trying to time that takedown from what I can see. Superman punch.
I think you're right, and I think Camillo's very heavy on his feet. Gaz's striking is a lot more elusive, a lot faster. He's moving much better, a bit more linear movement. And the spin and miss. It's a slippy cage in there. We've had quite a few fights this evening. Oh, and another slip.
One good slip deserves another. Good attempt for that rear head kick.
Gaz just needs to pick those jabs, keep the range, land some nice shots, and he could win this round, and it'll be a round apiece. It'll be very interesting. And Camillo got desperate there with that takedown attempt.
He did, and he came rushing forward, and Gaz did exactly what he had to do. He angled off just slightly to his right. He was following up with big right hands there. Again, very, very fast fighters, but hard to establish a lot of power, and a good body kick, a power body kick there lands for Camillo Petkoff.
I think Gaz was desperately trying to set up a big right hand, but I'm surprised Camillo's not following him into the cage there to close the distance to start working his takedown.
Yeah, he didn't put that takedown behind anything. He had nothing in front of it, so there was no feint, there was no punches going on there. Oh, and those leg kicks are starting to hurt the legs of Camillo Petkoff. Really excellent. He lands a big right hand of his own, does Camillo Petkoff. Gaz Holmes, watch out. Two right hands land at the same time. Got a lot of power, does Petkoff. With short punches again, boom, pumps out two right hands there.
Camillo is so heavy on his feet that every time Gaz throws that leg kick, you're hearing a big thud through this cage.
It's a bit of a mouse there on the eye, on the side of the eye of Gaz Holmes. Well, some shots are landing.
Gaz had the momentum in the striking, but Camillo landed a couple of big shots and a huge one there.
Big right hand staggers. Left hook, staggers him again. Camillo
I think he's putting his hands up, maybe slightly optimistically. Been hit with some huge shots. Camillo's got some power.
Camillo's now moving his head very well, evading some shots, looking for a leg kick of his own.
Gaz is still in this. He's still in this. Camillo's with that big looping bolo right hand.
Camillo's going to have to ask himself: Did he give Gaz Holmes time to recover?
He did. I think he just looking at him too much when he was showboating when he should have been following up. Oh, spinning back fist. Oh, but a great right hand again from Camillo. And
good right hand counters.
Gaz was looking at the stars there.
Another leg kick. Those leg kicks are chopping down those thunderous legs. Pumps out two right hands.
Camillo's got some serious power in that bolo right.
If any of those overhand rights land for Camillo Petkoff, we're going to look at good night for Gaz Holmes. But can Gaz Holmes reestablish himself now? He's going to look at 2 rounds down.
I'm not writing off Gaz. He's landing shots. He's moving really well, but he has been caught with a couple of big ones.
He's going back to that leg kick. He just sloughs him off there, does Camillo Petkoff. Really great power in that right hand.
Camillo lands his power shots when he backs Gaz up to the cage. I think what Gaz needs to do is hold that middle of the ring, get his feet going still. Every time it's footwork and he's in and out, that's when he lands and doesn't get caught. When he gets backed up, he's being hit with those big overhand rights.
I know we're all looking for something exciting for Petkoff to make happen right now, but there we go. That's the smart thing. Just throws him to the ground like he's a sack of potatoes.
Just making sure he puts his exclamation point on this round.
Yeah, Camillo Petkoff's doing the really intelligent thing right now. He's controlling. He's not leading in. He's not getting into any big pocketed exchanges that could lead to him getting hurt or knocked out. He's evading very well. Gaz lands a head kick, glances off the gloves of Camillo Petkoff.
Steve, what do you think of that takedown and not following up, just doing the takedown and just letting him back up again?
I thought that was awesome. I thought that was great, and I thought a lot of wrestlers out there in the MMA world need to take a little page out of Camillo Petkoff's book. If you are not confident on the ground, like it's seeming that Camillo Petkoff is not confident in that guard position on top, then chuck him to the ground. Make him feel like, you know, like he can't do anything. Like you've got his number.
But you've done all that work to take him down, and then you don't capitalize on it. You don't just hold that top position.
I've heard that judo is the art of hitting people with the world. Wrestling is the art of slamming people into the world. It's beautiful, and that was perfect. I wish, you know, it's gonna be good times.
That was a lot closer than round one. Round one was just Camillo holding Gaz down, not doing very much. I thought we might be in for a boring fight, but round two was insane. Both fighters landing big shots. I think Gaz may have landed a little bit more, but Camillo's just got power in those hands.
The power that staggered Gaz Holmes is going to be what sticks in the heads of the judges. And that was all Camillo Petkoff. He made the statements in that round. I like what Camillo's doing with that that right hand. He's looking to parry and come over the top with a switch right.
Gaz is throwing some really nice feints, getting him guessing little foot feints, little just
Big
stepping
leg
forward,
kick.
faking it, and then throwing their big right.
Yeah, Gaz is playing it off like it doesn't hurt, but you know that it does. Both fighters outside of their lead legs are red. Can be swollen.
Oh,
nice
great
spinning
back kick. Oh, Superman punch.
Into that double leg, slams him down and lets him up again.
I like the style.
Camillo Petkoff's corner is shouting for him to follow those up, to get on top and in top position.
I think Camillo wants a knockout.
He does.
Maybe a knockout from the takedown or a knockout from a strike.
Yeah, he'd have to slam into the body in order to knock him out on the ground with a takedown. He's got to drive his shoulder in. Oh, that was the money shot right there. Good leg kick to follow up. Needs that straight right to land.
Camillo's doing a really good job of slipping and then throwing a big right after it.
Yep.
Just another parry and a big
Gaz
right.
Holmes is not out of this yet. He's throwing that right hand and moving off the center line, which is not allowing Camillo Petkoff's right hand to land. Gaz has adjusted very well. He throws a good leg kick of his own.
Every time he throws that leg kick, Camillo looks to catch it. I think he should fake the leg kick, come high, maybe a Superman punch.
Just a little twist in the right hand, a little twist with the hips.
Camillo's head movement's great. He keeps his hands quite low, but slips a lot.
Good slip.
Same with Gaz. He's been caught with a couple, but he's got great head movement, great footwork.
And really good on Gaz for not being tentative. He's coming forward still. He's still trying to land shots. He's being aggressive. You see a lot of fighters get hurt and then really back off for the rest of the fight and allow it to be the other person's. But Gaz Holmes is not that man tonight. He's coming forward. He's trying to make everything happen the way he can.
This might be one of the best battle arena fights we've ever seen. Oh, Gaz caught on the chin. I think both fighters caught on the chin. Oh, Gaz throwing some serious power.
A little bit of a backhand there from Gaz Holmes too, as he came over with the right and came back with the right backhand.
Oh, huge right by Camillo. He's desperately trying to knock him out.
He's going for the knockout here, and that could make the difference. It could be that he goes chasing the knockout and Gaz Holmes is able to capitalize. Certainly looking to is Gaz Holmes. Another leg kick.
This is a seriously good fight. We've seen huge takedowns. We've seen big shots. We've seen a fighter almost finish.
Oh, big right hand from Gaz Holmes there. He needs to follow it up.
Oh, Camillo's shot because he got hurt with that right hand.
There's the takedown.
And this is going to make such a difference. The judges score in this fight. All of a sudden, if they couldn't decide who they thought was ahead, now they've got to take into account this big takedown and the side control after it.
Yeah, the narrative of this story is the narrative of this fight has been the fact that Camillo Petkoff can take you down anytime, and even if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to stay there. And now he's got this crucifix position. He's throwing some big, heavy right hand.
Oh, that's an uncomfortable position for Gaz Holmes. He could be in a lot of trouble.
Well, Camillo Petkoff isn't even entertaining the idea of a submission. He's just using that cross-facing arm to slam left hands into the head.
That's a position Randy Couture used to use a lot, that trapping both arms and then slamming in shots. If you're doing pro, then you've got elbows behind it, which is sometimes easier from that position because you don't have much space. Oh, great knee on belly. He's spinning for the armbar. Oh, what a finish.
Wow, right until the very end with that armbar finish by Camillo Petkoff. it was almost like he did it with a bit of disdain. He wanted the knockout, he wanted the TKO, but in the end, he had to take what was there, which was a brilliant armbar.
That was an incredible fight. Huge respect for Camillo. Wow, what a performance. What a performance by both fighters. Gaz as well. He was in that fight. He was almost out at one point and then put his hands up and went, what of it? So I can't believe that fight. I can't believe the standard we have here on Battle Arena. The Battle Arena 39. This is our British title fight, and what a way for it to go. Huge
Just
takedowns.
keeps getting better. I can't wait to see how they're going to answer in the welterweight division next for the European title. But here we go to our man for our official announcement.
Power punches, spinning arm locks, 5 huge takedowns, 5 endless number of huge takedowns.
Here's Karsten with our official announcement.
So, after 3 minutes and 50 seconds of the 3rd round, we have your winner via armbar and new British bantamweight champion, Camillo Petkoff. And please make some noise, your runner-up, Gaz Holmes. How are you feeling after that?
Good.
Tough fight. Really tough fight.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for stepping up and taking the fight. Well, thank you guys.
So, you come from a wrestling background, Roman. We saw that, but it was your striking that really worked. You know, some really nice slipping head movement, throwing that over on the line, worked really well.
Yeah, I was trying to make it as funny as I mentioned from the corner at the beginning, but outside of that, it's striking, so
yeah, and I mean, you did take it down, you didn't want to follow it down. Threw him down, stood back up, stood away, played back up.
yeah, it was, to make a statement and make him aware of my takedowns too much.
It's definitely a statement you made, you look really good in the fight. So what's next for you now?
Who knows, maybe another fight for you guys, or maybe just go pro already, make some money out of it.
Okay, you're not interested in more performing against World Masters for the World Champion?
Maybe, yeah, it depends on the timing as well. That's why it comes down to.
Well, congratulations. Very, very good performance. Let's hear it one more time for your winner and new British champion,